Following the tragic school shooting in Uvalde, Texas, the school district in Madison County, North Carolina has decided, we really need to do something to protect our students. And what better way to do so than to include AR-15s on every campus? I'm not kidding, that is their literal response to school shootings. Each of the 6 schools in the district, including 3 elementary schools, will have an AR-15, the sheriff said. The guns will be handled by school resource officers who have been undergoing training at Asheville Buncombe Technical Community College. Social workers and school counselors have also been added to each school as part of this year's safety and security plan. Social workers make no money, okay? The most important and undervalued people in this country. And now we're going to have them undergo training with AR-15s to respond to school shootings. Okay. Now, Sheriff Buddy Harwood said that along with the rifle, a safe will also be put in each school. Breaching tools and additional magazines with ammo will also be kept in the safes. Harwood's staff has also met with first responders and other law enforcement and security officials. Now, he explained his decision to do this in the following way. He understands this looks weird. I get it, it looks weird. I wish we didn't have to do this. The reason we put the breaching tools in the safes is that in the event we have someone barricaded in a door, we don't have to wait on the fire department to get there. We have those tools to be able to breach that door if needed. I do not want to have to run back out to the car to grab an AR because that's lost time. Now, let's not forget what actually transpired in Uvalde, Texas, because it wasn't a lack of AR-15s, it wasn't a lack of breaching tools that led to the literal hundreds of cops on the scene who waited 77 minutes to do a damn thing. Obviously, it doesn't matter how many cops you have on the scene, it doesn't matter what kind of weaponry they have, it doesn't matter what kind of breaching tools they have. They weren't able to save 19 children and 2 teachers from a mass shooter on the Uvalde campus. So why would, the fact that the lesson learned from that situation is, oh, we just need to put an AR-15 in a safe on campuses. That's the lesson that people have learned from the failure in Uvalde, Texas was. It's just mind-blowing to me.
Yeah, I keep going back to, I think it's a problematic lens that we view a lot of these tragedies through, in that we use this one size fits all sort of lens, when Uvalde has nothing to do with North Carolina, has nothing to do with Los Angeles, has nothing to do with New York City. Each place has its own sort of ecosystem and environment that should dictate what's the best way to protect these kids. If you're in an area where everybody's allowed to have a gun, I don't know how any of these are going to be protections against these young children. I just don't see how this is the solve, where it's just all right, we're gonna have a gun on campus and this is gonna stop everything. I just wish that there was a more holistic approach to maybe I don't know, raising a group of young people and people just in general in society and bringing them up to not want to impulsively shoot up a school. But I don't know, maybe I'm crazy.
It's interesting because I was watching this short documentary that was done by Frontline. It's a PBS show. And they focused on the Sandy Hook shooting and what some of the family members have to say in regard to common sense gun legislation. Newtown, Connecticut is a pro-gun place in the country. Everyone has guns. They go shooting, they go they go hunting, they go target shooting. They love their guns. And they believe in some of the common sense gun reform proposals, hey, maybe we should ban high capacity magazines. instead of considering having high capacity magazines or assault weapons on campus to protect the students. And look, whenever you have a gun anywhere, right, the likelihood of someone getting hurt accidentally by that gun increases. Even if you talk about putting it in a safe, humans make mistakes, okay? Sometimes they have a lapse in judgment, and just having the gun on campus actually increases the likelihood of someone accidentally getting shot by the gun that's on campus. But nonetheless, I mean, even if no one gets hurt, even if there are no accidents, the idea that an AR-15 and some breaching tools is all you need to respond to an active shooter on campus, I think is a joke. And you're right, there is no one size fits all thing. But the idea that an AR-15 is gonna protect the students, whether it be on a campus in South Carolina or a campus in Los Angeles, I think is insane. I mean, can we agree on that?
Yeah, 100%. I think this is a solution that just I just don't. Where's the proof that this is something that would have saved lives in the past? Again, it's a way to just dodge the general question of why are people constantly doing this kinds of stuff, and not just and also it lets you know that people have kind of come to the conclusion that this is just life. This is as part of life as oxygen or the sun rising in the east. People are gonna shoot schools up, and this is how we're gonna deal with it, which is just a really sad and horrible state of affairs, to be honest.